Getting ready to plant my first seed from Florida. This is not a coconut palm tree, but I did find it underneath a coconut palm tree, and there were several other palm trees underneath of it, shorter ones, so it may have came from one of them. That's what I'm guessing it is. When I googled it, it was either a palm tree or a lily of sorts from the picture that I took. So I planted some red peppers. It's the seeds from the last pepper from last year's garden that was in the stairway that finished ripening inside. So my husband goes and gets the coconut we brought home from Florida, sticks it on top of the pot, and says he planted it. And that is how you get a coconut tree, dude. Guys out there, if you want a coconut tree, you have to plant the coconut, and it has to be fresh, ripe. See there. This one's not wet. It's dried out, so I don't think the seed is good. So I planted a seed earlier that I thought was going to grow me a tree. It's not going to grow a coconut tree, but it is going to grow a palm tree. So I have peppers, little palm tree I planted, and I've only been home a day. I got home yesterday. I was so excited to come home and plant seeds. I planted a tomato. My cherry tomatoes are planted. I really only want one cherry tomato plant, because they get huge, and it has a lot of tomatoes on it. These are the air plants. I gave them a soaking in the sink. I brought 2 Spanish moss piles home. I don't know what you would call them. There's 2 different kinds. They're not exactly the same. They're like little air plants all strung together, but they're a little bit different. I'm going to take them down later. I didn't want to do it right now because they're drying, but it's got a little ball moss air plant growing out of it. That's a seed head. But I think one of them's thicker and darker, and one of them is more gray and just thinner. So you can see that on this side. If I go to the other side, they're thicker and darker. So I think I was looking to try to find how many different kinds I could find. And it's usually at silly places like parking lots, of restaurants, and just, random things you have to do every day. You have to eat, you have to get gas in your car, you have to find a place to sleep. And that's where I find these things. Just the places where we go, I am always looking. So you can see the difference. Lighter, darker, thinner, thicker. So that's cool. I didn't know that I had found 2 different kinds. I thought they were the same, because if you're not looking at them side by side, they look the same. This is seeds from a cardboard palm, which is that one. It has a more technical name. The other name, cardboard palm, is because of the texture. It feels like cardboard. So I found the seeds in a rest area, and I grabbed them. I didn't film it, but I took a quick Google camera shot and identified it. I need to do more of that. So many seeds. This one, I don't remember. This one is a palm tree that I'm growing that I already have one that's a year old. I have 3, but 2 of them don't look good. So I might only have 1 to hold. It's that one, right? first year palms don't look like much, but you can see that that's what it looks like the first year, and you see the seed, and then next year hopefully it'll look more like a palm tree. Those palm trees have edible berries. And these are the same as the one I planted today, except for the one I planted had green on it. I don't know if those are good or not. But I planted the one that already had a sprout coming out of it. I love that when that happens. This one, I don't know what it is. But I'm going to plant it. See what it turns into. So, also started some basil right before I left. In a bag. They don't look great, but you know what? I've been gone for 2 weeks. We're alive. The kids are alive. Chickens are alive. The fish are alive. That's all good, right? So as far as plants go, you know, we all lose plants. It's not the end of the world. Although sometimes it feels like it. It'll be okay. I Googled if I can grow a coconut tree from a dried coconut, and it says to soak the coconut for 3 days and then plant it in well-draining soil, pointy side down. And it takes 3 to 6 months for the coconut tree to grow. I have seeds from last year that said it takes a year or longer for seeds to sprout. And it's been a year, because we go to Florida every year. So, it's been a year. I've taken care of that pot for a year. It hung out with the other baby palms and the turmeric. What else do I have over there? Ginger. A section of my garden. Clay pots. The lemon tree, I had cut the top. I repotted a bunch of stuff before I left. That was drying out. I didn't want these things drying out while I was gone. So I potted them up. And I took the top of this tree off. And I am trying to grow a tree from the cutting. But look, I have new growth on the top where I cut it. And I have side shoots coming out. Seen another one. Where is it? So this tree is, what was it, the 4th year I've been growing this lemon tree. And it just kept getting taller and taller and taller and just straight up, no branches. So when I took the top off of it, it was growing crooked. And it needed to be topped anyway. So it's going to be a good tree this year. My apple trees that I grew from seed are due to flower and fruit anytime now, so this year could be the year. This year, my King Tut did really well in the house. Last year it died. So don't give up. Whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. My propagation's in the greenhouse. I've been trying to propagate hardwood for a few years now with some success. This year I'm having really good success. I'll take you out there tomorrow. I got the little rooster inside. I had to bring him in and give him a bath. He somehow got poop on his wing. Yeah, you playing with the ducks? It was duck poop. Duck poop is yucky. Smells. So he got a bath, and he was so good. He loved the blow dry. It was warm. He's going to be my show chicken. Right? You want to show off for some judges? I've never shown anything before. But anyway, he got bored of being in there. I didn't want to put him back outside when he was damp, so I put him in here because it was, I left it up in case the, my son-in-law needed it. When he was taking care of animals, it would be set up already. So he's in for the night. I'm going to have to put the curtain over top of it so he doesn't jump out. We've been spoiling him rotten.